Hello and welcome to Pro Indicators Discord tutorial. In this video, we're going to cover up how to join that Discord, what you'll find in there, how you can get help from people and support with the community of the people using the indicators in there, and what you'll find in terms of educational content, and the way you'll be able to directly talk with me whenever you need it. So let's just get it started by simply clicking that button right here that you have on the website, proindicators.com. If you scroll down below the indicators, you'd have that quality support area in which you have that button to join us on Discord. So you'll basically simply click on that button. That will drive you in here, in which you can select to join the Discord, and then you can keep on going. So Discord is basically a web application that can run through your web browser, but you also have a desktop mode, so you can download the app and have it on a separate window. So that can be much easier for people who don't want to stick with the browser version. There's also mobile phone versions as well. So really is a very handy kind of application in here. So now that you've joined the Pro Indicator server, because basically that Discord thing is working like Skype or any kind of chatting application, but with multiple servers you can join. And of course, if this is the first server you will join, you'll have it right there, Pro Indicators. But what you'll notice is that for now, you basically have nothing to watch out for. You kind of have access to nothing. For one single reason, because I wanted to have this channel personalized in order to suit what people needs, and as people have different needs, you'll have to do something first. So you're going to join that welcome server, and you'll see that a lot of things are happening in here. A bot just tell you welcome, fails test, it's the account I just created. Check your private messages for instructions. So there is where you find your private messages. So someone called me6 just send you that message telling you need to choose your language and your interest and hashtag welcome channel by typing on of these commands below. First prefix parameter in the language, and second the interest separated by a comma. It really by a hyphen, sorry. And really simple as that. You're going to choose whether by language you're using, because we basically provide support in English and French, because we have lots of users in French, and I myself, I'm French. But basically you got English as well. So this is what you guys will look forward for. And you'll have 4 different choices. You can choose to be only reading the crypto analysis channel, the stock market analysis channel, or the forex analysis channel, or you can choose both, all of them basically. And what you'll do is simply going to take this, you can copy it, you will return to the Pro Indicators channel, get back to the welcome channel, and simply paste that and click enter. Okay, and now you see you have a new message from me6 telling you now have access to analysis, crypto analysis, stock market analysis, forex channels. And now you see that you have much more channels available in here than the simple welcome channel you had first. And this is where the content is displayed in here. And we're going to talk about that, what we will find in there. And first of all, we're going to start with the settings, because before you get it started, you want to make sure you checked or basically unchecked a few things that we're going to talk about later. You're going to reach out, sorry about that, you're going to reach out to that area in which you have your account's name, and you're going to use the setting buttons and reach out to notification point, and you're going to turn down 3 of those settings in here, which is users arrival, users departure, and users moved. You're going to turn down those 3 notifications for one single reason, because whenever we will meet inside the vocal channel, if you don't turn down those 3 settings, basically this will pop up anytime a single user would join the discussion, the vocal channel. And as we can be more than 200 or 300 listening in real time, means that you will hear 300 times that sound, and can really be annoying, believe me. So you want to turn that down before having the problem. And you simply have to do this. You can scroll all the different parameters and different settings, of course, but that's up to you. Then we're going to talk about what you will find inside those channels, because basically these are different kind of chats, channels. This really is a chatting software you have in here. And so you have the announcement sector, in which I basically give you the core information for now. For example, you have, here is the educational program for this week on 16th to 73rd of April, in which you have on Monday, you got an MCQ test, multiple choice questions test, inside the educational content channel, which is that one. On Tuesday at 5 p.m. EST Eastern Time, you'll have the live room conference, in which I'll be making an analysis of the market in real time in front of you guys with a screen sharing. And you'll be able to ask questions, and I'll be answering you in real time. Because this is the thing about Discord, is that whenever you are in that live room, we basically can talk in real time, even though we could be 300 users. Of course, lots of you guys will simply be listeners and not be able to talk, but it really is like that. If you have a microphone and want to take a stand and talk, you'll be free to do it. So it's basically me sharing my time with you 2 times a week, because we have on Tuesdays and Thursdays, of course, these days might change from a week-to-week basis. So Wednesday you got another MCQ test on that week. On Thursday we'll meet again at 5 p.m. EST for another live room check, in which we're going to talk about an educational theme, in which it will be a question and answer session at the end as well. And the great thing in here is that you're going to vote for what you want me to talk to you about. So basically I'll be answering the subject, the question and subjects you might want me to treat. And if, for example, you want me to get deeper inside the step 1 of the strategy, which is the context, you're simply going to check this. You're going to vote for it. It basically is clicking for the vote you want, and I'll simply take the most voted thing in here. I'm going to take that as subject for Thursday's show. Basically, really is that simple. And Friday we terminate the week with another MCQ test. So basically you have something to take care of each and every day. You got every educational content. And of course, I will be sometime reaching out to you. For example, quick live in the vocal channel in English for those who are logged in, that can pop up at any time of the day if I think there is some educational content I can share with you guys in real-time market. If I see some kind of opportunities you could learn things out of, I will basically reach out to you and give you push notifications to join us in the audio channel. And this is basically the next thing we wanted to talk about, how you can get notifications, because you really will see that this thing is going to give you notification a lot, really a lot. So you might want to turn down a lot of channels not to be annoyed by too many notifications. Otherwise, the thing will basically ring all the time, and you'll get out because of this. So you might want to turn a few channels down, and you will simply do it by right-clicking those channels. For example, the general channel really needs to be turned down, to be muted, and you can just simply mute that channel by clicking that box in here. So you mute, and you can see now the channel is grayed out. And you can do it, and I suggest you do it for any kind of analysis channel, because there's a lot of people talking in here, and you're going to have way too much notifications. So you turn those down. Simply, you can reach out those channels. You'll have little magnets in here telling you that there is new messages in there. So you'll know when there is new content posted in there, but you simply won't be notified. Okay, so turn those down. And those you might want to keep are the fails analysis. So these are basically just my own analysis that, of course, are there to help you getting better understanding of your indicators. So I suggest you keep this one up. And of course, if you think this is too much for you, you can turn it down as well. No problem like that. Then you got the tips and tutorials, in which users are sharing things that might be useful to help you guys getting a little bit better. And that's not just talking about the indicators, it's really general tips and tutorials on things that users want to share with you that they might have come across during their own researches. So you might want to turn this one down, not to be notified. But once again, not notified doesn't mean you can't see what's happening in there. You simply have to click the channel and you'll see the latest messages. Really is that simple. But what I suggest is that you turn down the questions in here as well. The question, we're going to talk about that section later on. So you want to turn those down, but you might want to keep the educational content up. So whenever there is educational content, you'll be notified. You also as well be notified whenever I have something to announce to you. For example, when we make sudden live sessions, unexpected live sessions, you want to be notified about that. And you can be notified as well whenever I put down, I release some kind of analysis. Okay, and then finally the live room we talked about. Whenever I will tell you throughout the announcement, for example, quick live in the vocal channel in English for those who are logged in, you simply click the live room channel and it will join you to the vocal conversation. And you can turn on and off your microphone and hearing or not hearing what's going on in here. Okay, and if you want to get out, you simply disconnect from the channel and you're out. It really is that simple. And so basically that's it. And now we're going to talk about the support sections, because this is where you will be able to ask the question you might have throughout your learning of the indicators. So there are different sections you can talk about. You can question about the strategy. You can ask questions about the indicators whenever you have a problem or anything like that. And as the pinned messages you have right there, you can check those first. Make sure you're not asking about something that is called a frequent question. The questions I have used for I'm used to receive through emails and things like that. So you just check those first, and if your question is not one of these and not already answered, you can simply ask the question right here, and you will eventually have the generals, colonels, and surgeons, or even the moderators or myself being there to answer those questions and help you out with the problems you might have or the questions you might want answers from. So this is where you'll get the support, and of course you'll have me answering you, but not just me. You got a lot of people that will be able to answer most of your questions, and really is people helping each other in here and getting the community even better each and every day. It really is about that. It's building a community, not just being there and just wait to have notifications. So you really need to be implied in this. You can. Don't be shy. Ask any kind of question you might have, and if you see someone that has the same problem you had in the past, then step in and help that person out. That will make you more confident in what you learned previously, and of course that will help someone else, and that is always a good thing. So really is about helping people in here and getting the entire community better and better every day. And finally, talking about the educational content. So as you can see, you'll have multiple questions, kind of tests. I haven't put one in here in English yet, but let me just switch there. For example, return back to the welcome channel. I'm going to put the FR all, so you have the French channels as well. And as you can see on the French channels, I already put down an MCQ question. Basically, I ask you a question about a market strategy that could be ongoing, and I basically give you the opportunity to vote for a few answers. It basically is a multiple choice question. You give your answers right there, and then I give you the true answer, and most importantly, the reasons why those answers were good and why some were bad decisions to take. Because once again, the thing in here is not to blame you when you're wrong. Basically, that's the opposite. Is to help you out when you're wrong. Because being wrong is a good thing. Actually, it's the opportunity to learn something and get better. So whenever you do something wrong, don't blame yourself. You simply have the opportunity to learn from that mistakes and get better, even not making that mistake. This is why the MCQ are really cool features, because you're going to make mistakes and learn from those, but not making the mistakes in trading. It's just I will place you into trading situation and ask you what you will do in that situation. So you make mistakes not even making them on real markets and learn out of this. So it really is a very great educational content. And I will give you those basically every single day. You'll have an MCQ question, or at least 3 times a week. We'll finish on this. Basically, that Discord channel is where you get the educational content. As you can see, I'm posting on TradingView, but I'm posting on YouTube or things like that. But everything is condensed in here because I'm reposting everything in here. So if there's a place you need to be to have educational content about pro indicators, this is where you want to be. And finally, if you have really tricky questions that the users and the generals and moderators are not able to answer, they will help you reaching out to me, because basically this is a chatting application. You can really contact every person in there. If you want to reach out with high volt, for example, you can simply right-click and send a message. It really is that simple. And in the message feature, you can basically contact and reach out to anyone in here. You can call them out, okay? You can share screen. It really is like a Skype-like application, but with much better features and lots of potential in here. And as we just did with high volt in here, you can reach out to me, myself, and I'll be able to have your messages, your private messages, and answer them, answer those. But of course, I'll receive really dozens of messages a day, so I might not be able to answer to you in real time, but I read all the messages and I answer those. So if you want to reach out to me, instead of just sending an email, just go there in the Discord channel and message me in here. You'll have a faster answer, and probably if you're lucky, you can catch me in real time and have real time question and answer exchange with me, if I have time to do it as well, of course. Anyway, we're going to leave you on that. Hope you will learn quite a lot of things with us in here. Hope you'll be happy about the content that we share, and that you'll help the community getting even better. Goodbye, guys, and see you in there.